Rockstar YouTube Heritage here again with another vid. It's a more subdued day today, cold, miserable looking, but yeah, I can't be expecting to have every day to be lovely, sunny and bright. Just to give you a little of an update on the situation with Diamond having closed down and the effect it's having. The comic book pros I was talking about not dealing with reality in the last video, oh, they've come up with a whopper now. Their idea to save the industry is to have a Marvel DC crossover. I've put a screenshot up there so you can have a look from, I think it's Comic Book News or CPR or somebody, and it's from Gail Simone. And Gail doesn't seem to realise that you can't really have a comic book crossover if there's no distribution network to send the comics out to the stores. In fact, you can't sell the comics if there's no stores. A whole bunch of lads have chimed in on Twitter to say what their dream project would be if they were going to do it, but it's hilarious because I mean the lack of denial of reality here, the actual denial of reality here is staggering. They just don't seem to realise what's going on. I mean, just some guy just did a video on it recently and pointed out a very simple fact that you can't save stores if it takes you 7 months to produce this crossover and there's no stores left. I think what's really interesting about stuff like this is it really illustrates what a bubble these guys live in, that they don't actually have any sense of commerce or reality or what the real world is like anymore. Because even if you thought about it for a couple of seconds, it'd make it blindly obvious for you that you can't actually do this thing in some sort of effort to save the industry. And it really shows a lack of understanding just how drastic things have got. I mean, I'll give you an example. In my own country, we've got, I think, 19 dead at this stage, 18,000 people infected, and Ireland's a small country, and that's including Northern Ireland as well, by the way. And we're in total lockdown. I mean, I lost my job 2 days ago. Now I'm going to be granddads, don't worry about me. My company is very well capitalised, unlike the comic book industry, so we can ride this out for a year or two. I got a letter from the boss saying that. We don't want to underscore it, we don't want to belittle what's going on, but I mean, we've acted very responsibly in terms of how we ran our business, unlike these lads, and we're in a position where we can actually ride this through. I'm not in a position in my place where 3 weeks worth of business will take us out. I mean, the store, well, the place I'm in, the bureau, is I think one of the top 3 in the entire network. So even with the 66% down that we were still doing as good as an average store, as an average office. So I'm not worried about myself in regards to hold this thing, but I just realised that they don't realise how precarious their industry is. And what really gets me as well is that for years they've been shoving all this stuff down our throats that we don't want, going in the whole subverting expectations and the incredibly arrogant presumption that they seem to know what we need to read as opposed to what we want to read. And as a result of that, we've got stuff like, as you've seen recently, that whole furore with Safe Space and Snowflake and the New Warriors, and I mean, that was just designed to wind people up. I do think it's ironic now that a lot of people are saying that it seems to be the comic that killed the industry. It's not, but the timing is fantastic. But I mean, going back, it is funny to say that now, that as soon as things got real, the first thing they did is decide to go back and give us what we all want, which is what they think we want, which is a big crossover between Marvel and DC. And in fairness now, a lot of people would have liked that, it would have been really good. But I mean, considering what's been going on the last couple of years, would you trust any of these guys to actually produce a Marvel versus DC, or even just a team up that would actually give us the entertainment we want, give us the action we want, or would it just be another chance for them to proletize about their respective agendas? I mean, I've heard people talk about stuff before that they'd love to see a redo of, say, Babylon 5 or something on television. But considering what's going on in the industry, I don't know if I trust these lads with the property. I mean, you only have to have a look what's happened recently in relation to the X-Men. The biggest deal that they had in the comic books lately was the relaunch of the X-Men under Hickman. It's been a massive success. I mean, it's the first time I've seen my local comic book store, overstock comics, get repeat reprints in, to see sellouts. I mean, X-Force number 8, for instance, in my comic book store, went in a second. Haven't been able to get it back. Yeah, as soon as that was a success, as soon as there was a big buzz around it, what's the next thing they do? Children of the Atom. And I mean, God, I mean, it's just to see that trailer, it's just no wonder it's so badly downvoted. So they haven't learned a lesson. They're still going to try and force their style of storytelling down your throat, whether you like it or not. And it's not even like the Hickman stuff was exactly free that stuff either. But I mean, it was a return to form in terms of, creative, innovative storytelling, which Marvel used to do all the time. But the sad fact is, you can just tell these lads are just itching to get back to business as usual. So I just thought it was hilarious. Wanted to do a short bit on this. That like I said, as soon as shit got real, so it's like, oh, let's start giving them what they want. All the while with an underlying feign of, yeah, but then we get back to what we want to do. And it's hilarious to see it come from people who've been all over Twitter for the last several years now, 5 years at least, demonising, smearing, attacking anybody who ordinarily would buy their comic books. Suddenly, try to brainstorm something to get them all back. So there you go, short vid, lads. Like, link and subscribe if you want to. As I said, I'm just still shocked that the whole thing has gone the way it has so quickly. And I don't think it's sung true to some of those Twitter lads either, because like I said, I think Jerry Duggan has been on Twitter calling people to eat a bag of prefect dicks. That's the way to get your customers in, Jerry. So there you go, guys, look after yourselves. It is scary out there at the moment, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. If you just follow the precautions, look after yourselves, you'll all get through this. Take care, bye bye.